Gone are the days of clinking coins and crumpled bills. With the rise of the digital age, the euro is about to go digital soon, with the promise of seamless transactions and a sleek, modern economy. But with that, this could mean the end of financial freedom in Europe. What is the digital euro? The European Central Bank, or ECB, has announced that it'll launch the digital euro as a means to represent the paper currency we use in the form of cash. The best thing about digital euro is that because this currency is digital, it will be universally accepted and will be free of charge whether people want to send money online or send it from person to person. This would mean that the digital euro would be risk-free, widely accessible, user-friendly, and free for basic use. In a report by the ECB, they said that providing privacy for this new digital currency would not be possible, which people did not take well, and critics were quick to argue against the digital euro. Then they revised their statement and issued another report, where the ECB announced that instead of the ECB handling everything, they will only handle the assurance and settlement of the digital euro, and handling the customer data will be in the hands of private firms. But is your data actually safe? Well, we'll get to that. The ECB started off by launching 3 different reports in a phase they call their investigation phase. The investigation phase. The digital euro started with its investigation phase for the whole project. This phase started back in October of 2021 and lasted 2 years, in which their aim was to explore all their options for the digital euro technologically and in terms of policy. During this investigation phase, the ECB released several progress reports where they basically outlined all the benefits of adopting a digital euro, the key principles of a compensation model for its distribution, and the results of prototyping exercises and market research on technical solutions. In the investigation phase, different strategies were thought of on how to distribute a digital currency and make people want to make a shift from physical money to digital, and explained how it could make life easier for people by measuring its impact against fraud, on financial inclusion, and the overall financial system. The ECB decided to end the investigation phase in July of 2023 and move on to the next phase, which is the preparation phase. The realization phase. The realization phase is what some might say is the preparation phase in implementing the digital form of the euro. This crucial stage is what will lay the groundwork for a digital euro to be potentially issued. The preparation phase started in November of 2023 and is expected to last the next 2 years, in which a few key actions will be taken. In this stage, the first thing that the ECB hopes to do is finalize the rulebook for the transformed currency. By finalized, we mean the ECB wants to figure out how this currency will be managed and select the providers that could develop the platform and infrastructure of the euro. It is during this stage that the ECB hopes to test and develop a digital euro that will meet the needs of both the euro system and its users, which includes user privacy, financial inclusion, and the overall environmental impact. There is a limit to how much digital euro you can have. Even though it looks like ECB wants to make the digital currency the only currency ever available, that, however, is not possible, with currencies like gold still lying around and being used today. There's also some kind of max limit to how much digital euro a person can hold at a time, which is set to 3,000 euro. But wait, there's more. As of now, the ECB says the person holding the currency can make no more than 1,000 transactions each month, and cannot spend more than 50 euros on each of those transactions. The reason why the ECB wants to put a cap on this currency is that they want to stop people from using this money for investment purposes, and to make sure that it stays as a primary means of payment, rather than being a form of investment. This limit is also put out to prevent money laundering, counter-terrorism financing, and prevent the very thing that could disrupt the existing financial system by preventing massive outflows from traditional bank deposits into digital euro holdings. They see this limit as a way to provide privacy to their users while making sure it isn't being used for illegal activities. But what would happen to the amount if it exceeds 3,000 euros? That amount is automatically converted into regular euros by your bank, since your digital euro wallet would be linked to your regular bank account. The offline payment feature. The digital euro will offer a few features like the online feature, which is pretty much the same as the existing payment systems we use now when we make online transactions. But did you know something called the offline payment feature? Yes, with this feature you can actually instantly transfer money without needing an internet connection. All you have to do is make sure that the devices of both the payer and the payee are close together. For offline payments, the payer and the payee will directly verify the transfer of value between them has effectively taken place. This guarantees that the payment is processed securely and without having to need intermediaries. This is said to boost your privacy and make sure the details of the offline payments that you actually make are invisible to everyone, which includes the ECB itself, but users will still need an internet connection every single time they decide to load or withdraw the money from their wallet, which makes you question if it's truly private. This is most likely going to start off as a tab in your account, and it's most likely that it will end up being the only tab in your account. Then the ECB also explained that business owners will not be able to hold any amount of the digital currency, which brings us to the two types of CBDCs, retail and wholesale. The retail CBDCs will be available to the general people to use and pay for everyday things like gas and groceries, while wholesale CBDCs will be used by selected individuals and institutions. Even though with the offline payment method, it looks like you're making a cash-like transaction, there's still a possibility that specialized hardware will be installed and mandated on European phones. Now imagine having a government-made chip in your own smartphone. The offline payment feature is a lot like cash, and when you lose your wallet, you lose the cash. You can expect the same thing happen to digital euros in case you lose your phone or your phone gets stolen. You will have a digital ID. To keep your money secure, this digitization project is closely linked to the development of a European digital identity system. This system will allow European citizens to safely access their online services using their national digital identification, which will be safely stored inside a digital wallet. This digital wallet is also said to store digital versions of several documents, including ID cards, driving licenses, diplomas, medical records, and bank account information. At first, it is expected that the EID system is going to be voluntary, but it is expected that it'll be more widely used later on. The EID being integrated with the digital euro has raised a few red flags and people's concerns about privacy. Some experts and skeptics have warned that the EID system could be used to create a European digital surveillance state, and that the digital euro could lead to the government being in complete control of the personal finances of their citizens like China is doing right now with their digital yuan and points system. The ECB, on the other hand, has emphasized that the digital euro will provide the highest level of privacy and will in no way be able to replace cash, but will complement it instead. What do you think about the digital euro? Let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed today's video, then make sure to leave us a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon to always be updated with the most exciting content as soon as it's uploaded. Thanks for watching. See you again soon in another video.